Wow, 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 wow. So, welcome back again to the Silent Struggles channel, a platform where we create awareness, empower one another, and educate each other on matters to do with mental health. My name is Jane Mwangi, and I am a practicing counseling psychologist. Now, today I have a very exciting topic for you. I have a very mind blowing topic for you because it left me thinking. And our topic for today is about how the environment has a great impact in our lives, or rather in our behaviors. And so I was reflecting on this, and I remembered of a theorist by the name Sigmund Freud, who is also known to be the father of psychology. And he says that human beings are born as an empty slate. Like human beings, they are born knowing nothing. And so I was asking myself, then how do we come to know a lot of things? Even a child of 1 year of age, they tend to know so many things, right? And it hit me that the environment, and here the environment is about the first environment the child finds when they come to life, and which is home. Right? That home environment, it really dictates the behavior of that child. And how does it dictate? Yes, it dictates in a way that children, they don't talk at an early age. Sindio? However, it doesn't mean they don't learn. They learn a lot. And how do they learn? Yes, by observation. Children learn hugely from observation. And that is why, as parents, we are cautioned in everything that you're doing in front of your children. Know that they are recording. Know that they are picking all that. And so we need to be very cautious on things that we do in front of our children. Back to the story. Children are born as an empty slate. However, their environment shapes their behaviors. And in this case, their first environment is home. So if a child comes in to an environment where there is a lot of chaos, if a child comes into an environment where there is no harmony, where there is no peace, where it's so toxic, you know what happens? This child tends to store that in their unconscious mind. And now as they grow older, whatever was stored in their unconscious mind starts now reflecting on their conscious. And now they start exercising that because that is the only thing that they knew from the word go. That is the only way they knew life is supposed to be, right from when they were born. Right? And now to recondition this child, it's a task. It's workable, yes, but it is a task. And the same way, if a child grows in an environment where there is a lot of peace, where there is a lot of harmony, where there is a lot of togetherness, where there is a lot of love, then the same thing happens. This child tends to store that in their unconscious mind. Then as they grow older, it reflects in their conscious and they start exercising the same thing. Right? Because that is the only thing they knew. That is how they knew life is supposed to be, with a lot of love, with a lot of peace, with a lot of cohesion. Right? A theorist by the name Carl Rogers said that if we're nurtured, then they thrive. And yes, for this child who grows in a safe environment where there's a lot of peace, there's a lot of love, they thrive. Because that is what they bring on the table. A lot of love, a lot of kindness, a lot of togetherness, a lot of compassion and all those things. And yes, they thrive. So it's upon us as parents to decide which environment do we want our children to grow from, the toxic one or the safe one? The peaceful one or the unpeaceful one? Sometimes I know it can be a very hard decision, but it's worth. It is worth. It is worth. So it is within your control, you as parent, to decide what you want to store in your child's mind, to decide how you want to see your children become in the future, right? And I know sometimes parenting is not easy, and more so especially if you are parenting a Gen Z. Oh my God, of course I am one of the Gen Z parents, and I can attest to this. It is not easy. But again, it's being intentional on it, because I try to be a very intentional parent, even when it's uncomfortable. I push my heart to it, because I would rather be uncomfortable now and be comfortable in future, right? I would rather be uncomfortable parenting my children now and be comfortable with their present future, with their present adulthood, right? So yes, it is our responsibility as parents to ensure that we are trying as much as we can to bring up our children in a safe and calm, peaceful environments. So yes, and if you find it difficult in parenting, you can always reach out to me. You can always reach out to me. I'll put my numbers on the screen. You can always reach out to me, so that we can talk about it and find the best ways to navigate parenting, right? So yes, Albert Bandura said that we are the product of our environment. So whatever the environment you produce to your children, they become. And I want us to take this small exercise and try to reflect back when we were children and see our life, how we were brought up, and now relate it to our current life. There's a lot of similarities, because you find that if you grew up in toxic environment, if you didn't heal over it, you tend to carry it forward to your generation, right? So again, it requires a lot of self-awareness to be able to heal over the toxic, childhood that we went through, so that again, we can make an intentional decision to break those patterns and bring up our children in healthy environments. A quote by Carl Rogers, who is also a theorist, that human beings are good, and so all they need is to be offered core conditions. Then they will thrive. And these core conditions are genuineness, empathy, and unconditional positive regard. So even as we are parenting our children, let us show them a lot of empathy as they are negotiating their stages of life, especially that for identity versus role confusion. Let us show them a lot of empathy. Let us be genuine with them. And of course, let us be very unconditional to them, right? And once we exercise all these, wow, everything is going to turn up in an amazing and incredible way. So yes, let us reflect on that. And I know it's going to make a great change and a great impact in our lives and also in the lives of our children. So till our next episode, bye-bye.